In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Happy Fiesta ng Santo Niño po. Sa parokya natin, kanina nagmisa po kami, may mga Santo Niño, naka-costume na Santo Niño, mga bata. And I'm very happy to celebrate the Mass with the kids. And pagkatapos po ng misa, nagkaroon po ng, dati marami kaming competition, yung parang sinulog festival dances. No? Ngayon binawasan namin. Mas sabi ko, ano na lang yung mass baptism, yung parang binyag ng bayan. Yung mga gusto magpabinyag pero walang budget. So sabi ko, magpabinyag tayo, yung every fiesta ng Santo Niño. Napasubo po ako, 58 yung nagpabinyag. Masakit ko pa po gamit. Yung isa, 3 yung anak niya, hindi pa nabinyagan. And I'm very happy because that must be the one of the best gift we can give our children. Iba pa nga, hindi pa po sila na rehistro. Wala pa silang birth certificate. Sabi ko, parehistro yung mga anak niyo kasi we cannot release our baptismal certificate without the birth certificate. Sabi ko, mabuti pa yung motor ninyo, nakarehistro. Yung bata, hindi. I mean, we owe it to them, isn't it? No? Kaya this celebration is not for us only to glorify God as Son Jesus, Santo Niño, the infant Jesus, but also to see our mission, our responsibility to children. Hindi lang yung anak natin, sa poder natin, sa pamilya natin, sa apelido natin, sa bahay natin. Yung anak ng ating simbahan, ating lipunan, ating bayan, ating mga kabaryo, mga anak ng ating kasambahay. They are our children too. Noon, nagtatrabaho po ako bilang social worker when I was a young priest. Social Action Center. 14 years po ako doon. Mayroon po kaming program, social, yung program for street children. Yung mga nagpapalimos sa bata, mga batang lansangan. Alam niyo po, naiyak-iyak ako. Sabi ko, they are not street children. Hindi sila batang lansangan. Sila'y anak natin. They are our children too. They are part of our responsibility as a society. You see how mature a society is how we take good care of the children, even those in the streets. Nung malit po ako, pinipilit lang po ako magsimba ng lola ko. Panganay po akong apo. Pinipilit. Kasi po, bulag po yung lola ko. Nabulag po yung lola ko kasi diabetic. Hindi naman po masyadong malayo yung bahay namin, yung aming bahay. Parang from here to Quest Hotel, parang medyo malayo rin. But I have to help my grandmother. We walk from the house to the church. Dahil bulag po yung lola ko, parang ako yung nurse niya. Grade 3. And it did not take long. Yung lola ko, hindi na rin po siya makalakad. Kasi po yung kanyang pagka-diabetic, yung progressive, yung hindi na rin po siya makatayo. So yung pari na lang, dahil malapit lang naman bahay namin sa simbahan, dumarating si Father Tadeo. Dumarating po sa bahay namin, pinapa-communion yung lola ko. Nakikita ko po yan. Hanggang namatay na yung lola ko. Alam niyo po anong napansin ko? When I was a young boy, pinipilit ako ng lola ko. I was obliged. I was coerced in a sense. Kasi kung ako yung titignan, tatanungin po ninyo, ayaw ko magpunta sa simbahan. I'd rather maybe stay at home, maybe sleep, play, or maybe watch television. But I love my grandmother. I have to go with her. Wala siyang kasama. Alam niyo po, pinipilit lang ako noon. But I noticed myself, kahit wala na yung lola ko, hindi na nagsisimba yung lola ko, patay na yung lola ko, nagpupunta pa rin ako sa simbahan. On my own. Magmula sa pinipilit hanggang pinipili. Pinipilit ako noon, pinipili ko na ngayon. On my own volition, on my own choice and decision, I go to church. Nakasanayan ko ba? Maybe. I was trained? Maybe. It became part of my life, going to church. Before, I did not like it. I did not appreciate it. Hanggang naging altar boy ako. Kamukha ng mga altar boys dito. Hanggang naging choir ako. Gitara pa po ako. High school po ako. Naging katikista po ako. Nasa private school po kami, nasa Catholic school. Pag lunchtime, we go to the public school. High school, nagtuturo po kami ng catechesis. Naging pari pa nga po ako eh. Salamat sa lola ko. Pinipilit lang ako. Now I embraced that life. It changed my life. Kumisan yung mga bata kailangan pilitin. Father, matigas ang ulo niya. Bakit ko pipilitin? Dapat mas matigas ang ulo natin. If you know, it will be good for them. Lalo na kung 2 years old to 7, sabi ng mga educational psychologists, very critical sa mga bata kung ano yung nakasanayan nila. We have to pull them out from their comfort zone. Ano yung comfort zone? Yung nakahiga, nakatas yung paa, naglalaro ng kanilang games, o kaya nanonood from the screen. That is their comfort zone. But I do not remember any successful person who just maintain their life in their comfort zone. You have to go out. You have to invite them to discover their fullness and their capacity to appreciate what they can do beyond that comfort zone. There is more to life. Sabi nga ni Pope Francis in one World Youth Day in Brazil yata, sabi niya, you kids, you must go out of your sofa happiness. Yung nasa sofa. Your sofa happiness. There's more. Go out and embrace your mission in life. Magmula sa pinipilit hanggang darating ang panahon, pinipili na nila. Hindi lang po yung pagsisimba, hindi lang po yung religious life. Even, di ba, nung bata tayo, pinipilit tayong maghugas ng plato. Pinipilit tayong maglinis ng sarili nating kwarto. Pinipilit tayong mag-aral ng leksyon. We don't appreciate it. But now, salamat sa mga magulang natin. They invited us to do better. And I think this gospel is appropriate for us, as we may not be like the disciples who were hindering the full development and growth of children to reach their potential because they could not receive the blessing of God. Madalang lang po magalit si Jesus eh. Alam ko, isa nagalit si Jesus nung ginawang palengke yung templo. Dito nagalit din si Jesus from Mark chapter 10. Kasi yung mga bata, they were being hindered by approaching. Pabayaan yung lumapit sa yung mga bata. Huwag nyo silang pagbawalan. Baka naman po masabi nyo sa akin, Father, hindi naman po namin pinagbabawalan yung mga bata. Yes, maybe directly yes. Pero indirectly, without us knowing it, pag di tayo nagsisimba, hindi nakakasimba yung mga bata. Pag di natin pinipilit to invite them to go to Jesus, they would not go. Kung hindi nila tayo nakikitang nagsisimba at nagdarasal, palagay ko hindi na sila magsisimba at magdarasal. Galit na galit si Jesus. Noon pala yung capital punishment, hindi lang yung crucifixion. Sabi niya, those who cause scandal to these little ones, they should tie a millstone in their neck and throw themselves into the sea. Ganun daw isang capital punishment. Kaya siguro gigil na gigil si Jesus. Because there are children today who are traumatized, who struggle to overcome their fear resulting from physical sadistic abuse disguised as discipline. When they have psychological threats around them, they are afraid, they are traumatized. Maybe not only physical abuse of bullying, but even sexual abuse. In our contemporary society, cyber abuse is something that we did not experience when we were young. But now, kahit nanonood lang sila they could be attacked by unkind words. Kaya, watch your kids when they are into internet. Because you don't want them to be exposed to people who can harm them. Even without it physically, pero yung pag-isip, napapansin mo, ang mga bata hindi lumalabas pero nagkakaroon ng fear or even depression. Nung bata tayo, ang problema ng magulang natin, external. Halimbawa, uwi ka, may gasgas ka dito, may sugat ka. Nung bata tayo, uwi tayo, meron tayong jewels, nakatakasapat, nakatakarusing, di ba? Or kung minsan ako, umuwi ako, nabali yung paa ko, ay kamay ko sa bisikleta. O kaya hindi tayo umuwi, alas 6 na, may rosaryo, mayroong angelus, hindi pa tayo nauwi. It's very external and physical, di ba? O nakapag-away ka, uwi ka, may black eye ka, physical, external. Pero yung problema ng mga bata ngayon, hindi po external internal. They have fear. They have anxiety. They have a panic attack. They overthink of things beyond our own imagination. They need us. We need to shield children and safeguard the vulnerable young from the threats of their well-being. A few days ago, nakipag-seminar po ako sa mga teachers. Involved po ako sa Catholic education. Sa diocese po natin sa Pampanga, pinagsama-sama na po yung mga Catholic schools under the diocese. Isa na lang po yung board. I'm part of that board. And sa mga teachers, more than 500. Kasama po yung mga director ng mga Catholic schools sa Bataan and Tarlac. Meron po kaming speaker. He's from the Vatican, but he's a Filipino. He's educated. He's doctorate in psychology in America. And he was talking on how to prevent children from being attacked by anything that would harm them. How to create a family, a society, a community, a matured community for the children to blossom to their fullest. When they are vulnerable to environment na pwede silang masaktan o they could be threatened. I think our church, our schools, our families and homes, our subdivisions should be place of children where they could run, they could play, they could shout, they could jump. They would not be afraid that they will be harmed. Di ba nung bata tayo, wala naman pong playground. We just naglalaro lang tayo sa kapitbahay. We just play in the community because it's a safe community, matured to accept. And they know us. Anak ng kaya na po na. And we know each other. Sana hindi po ito mawala. Even in our present day subdivisions and modern exclusive houses and homes. Let us allow the kids to be blessed by Jesus. This is the point of the gospel. Let the children come to me. Do not hinder them. This is the invitation of Jesus, emphasizing the importance of love, protection, and nourishment provided by parents, a supportive community, tayo ito, for the growth of the young. Exposure to a loving family, a matured and safe community, and a faithful church that contributes to the blessings of children, that they develop their self-confidence, the willingness to share, and the spirit of service. Alam niyo po, dito sa simbahan natin, I'm very happy. Meron po tayong Sunday School. Salamat po sa mga nag-organize dito. Kasama ko po sila. Mga professional teachers, mga principal. Ginagawa po nila yung module. Halimbawa, yung gospel natin dito, yun din yung gospel nila doon. Mas maganda pa nga kasi may video, may sayaw-sayaw, mayroon siyang activity, may song. Dito nga, boring ng konti. Pero maganda yung ginagawa ng mga bata. They're very prepared. Tapos meron silang assignment. Isn't that wonderful? Alam niyo po anong nawawala sa modern education ngayon? Yung religious education. Nung bata tayo, di ba, elementary, meron tayong Christian living. Meron tayong subject religion. Tinuturo tayong magdasal, religious songs. Prepare tayong magsimba, mag-first communion, to be active in praying the rosary. Ganyan po ako lumaki. Ngayon po, yung mga modern schools, wala na pong Christian living. Wala nang religion. Of course, that's their curriculum. But we as family, as a church, bilang simbahan, let us cover to that need. Parang ito na po yung Sunday school. Kung wala sila sa eskwelahan nila, let them experience our faith. Sabi nung isang bata daw, nag-aaral sa isang Montessori, Mami, why do we have to go to church? Pare-pareho lang naman ginagawa. O nga naman, tama siya. Our Father, Walhati, Peace be with, pare-pareho lang. Yung bata would not appreciate it. Kasi they don't have the background of what we are doing. If the kids would not appreciate while they are young, I don't think they will appreciate it when they are old. Kaya nga po, we offer our Sunday school. Ang program natin dyan, tawag natin YTK, Youth Teaching the Kids. Ang mga kabataan nagtuturo sa mga bata. Yung mga bata, 4 years old to 14, 4 years old to 10, minsan 11 kung may kuya, sama niya. And what's beautiful is that only the kids being taught, ako mas masaya ko, the youth. Yung mga high school, senior high school, college, young professionals, they are teaching the kids. Dati sila yung binabantayan natin. Sila na yung nagbabantay sa mga bata. Dati tinuturuan natin sila. Ngayon sila na yung nagtuturo. Makikita nyo mamaya, ang mata ko hindi man sa mga bata eh. Doon sa mga kabataan that are training and teaching the kids. They are the future of our church. They will be leaders. They will be trained to articulate, to teach, to organize, to meet different kinds of personalities and organizational management in their level. This is growing their talents, nourishing their abilities, and pushing them to be more confident, not afraid and insecure. I don't mind kung may mga batang umiiyak, kung may batang malikot. Wag po din yung tignang masama yung nanay at saka yung tatay kanila. Pabayaan niyo po sila. Maganda po yung may bata sa simbahan. Gusto sabihin, pag may batang umiiyak sa simbahan, may kinabukasan tayo. May magpapatuloy sa ating pananampalataya. Pag wala na tayo, sila naman. Di po alam kung nakwento ko na sa inyo. Minsan may misa po ako sa maliit na barangay sa San Fernando. Yung maliit na barangay na po yun, nagmimisa ako alas 6 ng Sabado. Ang ingay-ingay ng mga bata. Ang daming mga batang naglalaro, umiiyak, tumatakbo, hindi man nakikinig. Eh di nagmimisa po ako doon every Saturday evening. May lumapit sa akin na pamilya, galing sila sa Italy. Kasama nila yung parish priest nila, Italian. Marunong naman po mag-English yung Italian priest. 80 years old plus na po. Dinala sa Pilipinas. Hindi ko lang, baka boborakay nila o kaya babagyo o papasyal dito sa Pilipinas. Can our parish priest join you, Father, in our mass? Oh, sure, sabi ko. Sinama ko po yung parish priest. Kaya lang kapampangan yung misa. So, nakatayo lang siya ganyan. And then sabi ko, Monsignor, do you want to deliver a message, homily, a sermon to the people? Yes, sabi niya. Nag-homily po siya. Sabi niya, in my church in Europe, it is very big. It is bigger than your Manila Cathedral. Napahiya po ako. Kasi yung aming simbahan doon, under construction pa, malit lang, very small. And then sabi, in my church in Europe, is very historical. It's part of the history of that nation. Ay, nahiya na naman po ako kasi walang istorya tayong barangay lang eh. And then sabi, in my church in Europe, there are no children crying, running, playing, shouting. Like that boy. Wala. Napahiya na naman po ako kasi ang ingay ng mga bata. And then tinignan po ako ng matandang pare. Father Deo, congratulations. In my church in Europe, there are no more children. The noise of children in your church is music in my ears. Sa simbahan ko dun sa Italy, malaki, historical, pero wala nang bata. Kaya yung ingay ng mga bata sa simbahan, parang musika sa aking tenga. Ay, salamat, sabi ko. The only noise I hear in my church are old people coughing. Yung ramdaman, detang matuang manguko. Pota ka nung may bawas itang kuko, meto. May bawas lang. So, I'm very happy. Bring your children to church. Let them in. Let us celebrate with them. Kung maingay po sila, salamat sa Diyos. They are alive. And we have a church that is vibrant and promising. Let us celebrate our celebration of the Feast of the Santo Niño. Pinipilit ka noon, pinipili natin ngayon. May God bless us all. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.